Because iron is by far the most important of the mineral in the mineral kingdom. That mineral is by far the most important. Why? Because it is electrical, like the rest, but it has magnet. It's the only magnetic one in the whole ramification of life. Iron. Why iron is so important? Because upon taking iron, we take all other minerals proportionally balanced.
Iron. It is impossible for you to get sick if your iron level is up to par. Everybody that's sick is anemic. If you have a simple cold, if you have any disease, I don't care what disease you have, you're anemic. Because if your iron was up to par, like I said, you would not be sick. Impossible.
Thank you very much. She's right. Iron is the spark plug of the body. You could take all the calcium, all the phosphorus, all the zinc, all the stuff that they tell you, protein and inositol. If you didn't take iron, you didn't take anything that's going to function right. Iron, you could take iron all by itself and forget about the rest, and you're back in 1,000. Why? Because iron is magnetic. It draws every other mineral to it. It's electrical, heavily charged. All of us need iron. We've been deprived of it for 500 years. That's why anemia is so high. 67 anemia? Yes. We all suffer traits of it. Why? Because of the deprivation of iron. But it has to be iron phosphate, not ferrosulfate. It's a difference. One is an oxide, that's ferrosulfate. Iron phosphate is a vegetable, is a synonym.
Giving all honor and glory to the Most High for wisdom and knowledge, I'd like to go over a few symptoms of iron deficiency. A few symptoms of anemia, also known as iron deficiency, are fatigue, irregular heartbeats, chest pain, weakness, shortness of breath, cold hands and feet, pale or yellowish skin, dizziness or lightheadedness, and headaches, just to name a few. Iron is the most needed mineral in the body. Here are just a few benefits. Iron helps to transport oxygen around the body. It's important for a healthy central nervous system. Iron plays a role in energy metabolism. It may alleviate tiredness or fatigue symptoms. Iron is important for a healthy pregnancy. It may help to improve sports performance. It may protect cognitive health in older adults as well as younger adults and children. Iron is an important cofactor for various enzymes. A sufficient intake can prevent or treat anemia. There is another important factor included in blood health, which is oxygen. Hemoglobin in red blood cells contain iron and oxygen. In addition to herbs that contain iron, these are also some herbs that contain oxygen.
And how I thought about this was with the aid of my wife. She said, you always say that oxygen is a cell peripheral. I said, yes. Oxygen is the real food. You could eat the best food in the world, and I hold your nose and your mouth for 2 minutes, what happens? You're dead. telling us that the cells need what? Oxygen. The more of it you get, the more alive you are. He said, okay. And the next one, which is the substance that electrifies the system and removes inflammation? Iron fluoride. So I went to Africa. I got the Cancansa. I went to Honduras. I got the guaco. I went to Mexico. I got the lily of the valley, which is nothing but iron. And I got all these iron herbs, and I put them together along with the herb that has what? Oxygen. And if you believe that herbs does not trap oxygen, well, you got another guest coming. When I come back to New York, I'm going to bring the herb, and I'll put it in a glass of water. And as the herb goes down, you will see oxygen coming from the herb. There is another herb that has oxygen. It's the marula. It has so much oxygen that it owns the water.
Here are a few oxygen and iron herbs. Sarsaparilla root. Sarsaparilla root is one of the best sources of iron and is necessary for healing. Jamaican is recommended as well as Mexican. Sarsaparilla also has diuretic and restorative properties and may help with congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, PMS, urinary problems, impotence, hives, infertility, central nervous system disorders, inflammation, and discomfort from rheumatism and arthritis. Cancansa contains a high concentration of potassium phosphate as well as iron. It's also anti-inflammatory. It soothes menstrual cramps, prevents heart attack, reduces pain, and alleviates headaches. It's also used as a remedy for nausea, ear and eye infections, as well as cold, cough, and fever. Burdock root, it cleanses the liver and lymphatic system, but it also contains iron. It also helps to eliminate toxins through the skin and aids in the filtering of impurities through the bloodstream. Yellow dock has lots of iron as well, but it is also a blood purifier and general detoxifier, especially for the liver. It reverses anemia and stimulates bile production, which helps with digestion, particularly fats. It also stimulates bowel movements to help remove lingering waste from the intestinal tract and also increases the frequency of urination to assist in toxins elimination. Marula, in addition to containing oxygen, many parts of the tree are used in traditional medicinal remedies. The leaves are chewed to reduce heartburn. Oil from the nuts is used in skin treatments, and the bark has several uses. It contains an antihistamine and is used as a malarial prophylactic and is also effective as a treatment for stomach upsets. Lily of the valley is rich in iron fluorine and potassium phosphate. It's also used as a diuretic for kidney stones, as well as cardiac tonic and to address the central nervous system. Sea moss contains 92 of 102 minerals that the body needs, including zinc, magnesium, iodine, bromine, calcium, iron, phosphorus, potassium, and selenium. Of course, wild-crafted is always best. As Dr. Sebi stated, disease can only exist in an environment that is acidic. Only consistent use of natural botanical remedies will effectively cleanse and detoxify a diseased body, reversing it to its intended alkaline state. You can find many of the herbs mentioned in the video on my website, www.allnaturalhealing.com. There is also a link in the description box below. I've also included a link in the description box to my Facebook group, which is called Dr. Sebi's Alkaline Meal Ideas, where you can get lots of helpful information, tips, and recipes. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.